Look, plastic is so common these days. Our food and drink comes in it and plenty of things are made from it. So just imagine being allergic to most plastics.
A Queensland woman has had to eliminate it from her life or end up in hospital. Sunrise correspondent Michelle Tapper has the story.
This is just some of the stuff I can't have in my basic day-to-day life. Milk, ice cream, biscuits, that sort of thing.
So basically you're allergic to the 21st century.
Pretty much, yeah.
Almost everything we eat or drink is wrapped or bottled in plastic. But for 20-year-old Danny Santinella, coming into contact with it can have dangerous consequences.
If you drank from this plastic milk container, is that enough to put you in hospital?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, very bad cramps all through your stomach for about 5 or 6 hours afterwards.
And you can't even use just a regular plastic bag?
No.
All of this is off limits?
All of it's off limits, yeah.
In 2008, Danny's stomach pain was so bad, doctors removed her appendix. The pain didn't go away, but she did have a life-threatening allergic reaction to the plastic tubing they put down her throat.
It was just terrifying. And to see her lips blister up from the plastic tube, it was just a mother's worst nightmare.
Danny's mum, Leanne, says that's when they started keeping a diary of everything Danny ate or came into contact with, and quickly realised that plastic was making her sick.
It's very difficult to remove plastic from your life. Meat is put in plastic, fruit and vegetables are put in plastic, milk is mainly in plastic.
But after 3 years of trial and error, Danny has found a number of substitutions and her health has improved dramatically.
Alfoil rather than Glide Wrap, or eco bags, anything in glass is fine. We've got aluminium or stainless steel water bottles.
And even a pen? You use a metal pen?
Yes.
Wow.
That is incredible. Danielle joins us now, and here with some advice is household toxin expert Nicole Bijlsma. First to you, Danielle. Just watching that story is amazing. How hard is it to get through every day for you?
It's pretty hard. You know, everywhere's got plastic, restaurants and bars and everything, so it's pretty hard.
Yeah, you wrote to us about your problem saying people should avoid plastic for the environment. For you, it's very different with your health. How tough was it to live in that environment?
At the beginning, it was really, really tough, but now, after so long, it's kind of just second nature to me, and I know what I'm doing, so...
But your lips blistered with a plastic
now.
tube in hospital. God.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty painful.
Look, Nicole, Danielle says some plastics are worse than others for her. Why is that? What do you think the answer to this is?
Some types of plastics contain chemicals that can mimic the hormone estrogen. These include PVC, polystyrene and polycarbonate. Now there's mounting evidence to indicate that these types of chemicals can increase the risk of things like ADHD, obesity, breast cancers, and perhaps may even be causing the age of puberty to rapidly be declining. In Danielle's case, I suspect that she's potentially chemically sensitive, which is generally a syndrome in which you react to the chemicals in the environment at levels far below what the general public would normally tolerate.
Well, that is pretty alarmist, what you're saying there, when you consider that plastic is just part of our day-to-day life. Why wouldn't health authorities, you know, our gurus, our boffins who look after our health, have done something about it up till now?
Generally, you find it's not generally cause and effect. It takes time for these symptoms to develop with people, and particularly the conditions I've just outlaid, ADHD, etc., potentially breast cancers. We have to wait till the disease occurs before we react and look at why it's actually occurring. So that's the problem. We have a reactive approach rather than a proactive approach. And I feel as a building biologist we really need to implement the precautionary principle, which is if there's evidence to indicate that it's not safe, we need to research immediately before we bring it back into the marketplace. Because there are some safe plastics.
Well, how do we know?
In terms of plastics, well, that don't have any adverse health reactions, etc., they're generally number 2, 4 and 5. And you'll know because there's a triangle on your products with a number in it, and it's called the resin identification code. So number 2 and 4 are high and low density polyethylene, and number 5 is polypropylene. Now these plastics generally only contain those resins. My concern as a building biologist is that when you heat plastics, they naturally degrade. When you expose them to UV radiation from the sun in a car, they degrade. So I would generally say you're best not to heat any foods and beverages in plastics. You're generally best not to store your food and beverages in plastics, and use other things like food-grade stainless steel, glass, unglazed ceramics, Corningware and Pyrex.
Gee, so 2, 4 and 5 the safe ones. Any other number in that triangle, avoid. Bottom line.
That's correct.
Gee.
Okay, look, Danielle, good luck with it. We thank you very much for explaining your story and writing into the soapbox about it. And Nicole, thanks for your warnings.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Danny, thank you for that. Look, if you've got anything that you think may interest us, email in, just like Danny did. That was fascinating.